welcome to NFL Talk.
Yeah.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Olivia.
All right, so
Chargers and Browns.
deep dive into this one, huh?
Yeah, definitely some layers to this game.
27-10 Chargers on top, but
It wasn't necessarily a blowout, though.
not at all. Not at all.
The Browns had some chances, but
Coming off that win against the Ravens, you'd think they'd carry some of that momentum, right?
you would think so, but
Chargers defense, though.
brick wall.
Brick wall.
Yeah.
Came into the game allowing, what, like 13 points per game?
Yeah, league low, and they completely shut down the Browns, especially in the second half.
It was impressive. And, Herbert had a good game, but it was that Chargers defense that really stood out.
Yeah, what's interesting is how those two things are almost related.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Herbert didn't have to go out there and be Superman in this game.
Right.
Because that defense was giving him such great field position with turnovers.
Yeah, that's a great...
So he didn't have to do too much.
And when he did have to do something in that first half, he was efficient. 2 touchdowns.
Oh, super
He
efficient.
said 66-yarder to Johnston.
Oh, beautiful.
And then the 27-yarder to Palmer.
Just surgical.
But you got to talk about those breakdowns in the secondary.
Yeah, those miscommunications.
From Cleveland, Ward and Thornhill both took responsibility afterward.
You could really see it on those plays.
It's almost like they gifted Herbert those touchdowns.
Yeah, and it really swung the momentum early.
It did. It did.
And, Herbert, 18 for 27, 2 touchdowns. He really managed the game well, especially in that second half.
He didn't have to force anything.
No, not at all.
And while that was happening, you got the Chargers D just going crazy.
Oh, relentless.
6 sacks on Winston, 3 picks.
That's a rough day.
Yeah, he did not look good.
No.
But credit to that Chargers pass rush.
They were all over him.
Still had a great game. Molden, Gilman, both with interceptions.
And Tuipolo, too.
2.5 sacks from a linebacker.
Yeah, that's a huge number.
Huge. That's a statement.
You can tell they were just disrupting Winston's rhythm.
He never looked comfortable.
Not all.
And Winston, coming off that Ravens game, 3 touchdowns, looked like a completely different quarterback.
Night and day.
Really was.
Yeah, he was really struggling with accuracy, his decision-making.
Those interceptions were just backbreakers.
Yeah, momentum killers.
But again, you got to credit that Chargers defense. They were disguising coverages. They were bringing pressure. They were just making his life hell.
Yeah, and if you think about this in the big picture,
Yeah.
we could be looking at a legitimate contender.
A contender in the AFC.
The Chargers defense is playing lights out.
And with Herbert continuing to develop, they could be a scary team come playoff time.
They got all the pieces, right?
They do. They do.
A strong defense, a good quarterback. It'll be interesting to see how they match up against some of those other top teams.
Oh, absolutely. This was a statement win.
They sent a message.
To the AFC, they did.
And for the Browns, it really exposed some weaknesses,
Yeah.
especially on that defense.
Those communication breakdowns.
You can't make those mistakes against top-tier teams.
They can't.
Yeah.
And they showed some promise last week.
Yeah, against the Ravens, they did.
But they got to be consistent week in and week out.
Definitely. Definitely.
It's early in the season. There's still time to make adjustments.
Yeah.
But Myles Garrett, he was still beast.
Oh, phenomenal talent.
Even in a loss, 3 sacks in 4 plays.
Yeah, that's impressive.
First half. That was crazy.
And we got to mention Darius Davis.
Oh, yeah.
53-yard punt return, set up a touchdown for the Chargers.
That was a momentum swing.
Big time.
Special teams making a difference.
Huge.
And then there's the whole Zadarius Smith thing.
Oh, yeah, the trade rumors.
Detroit. And it sounds like even Smith was surprised.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what's going on.
Yeah, the Chargers looking to shake things up.
Or maybe the Lions made an offer they couldn't refuse.
Right.
Lots of possibilities.
Trade deadline's coming up, so we'll see what happens. Could have big implications for both teams.
Definitely.
Speaking of implications.
Oh, the injuries.
Yeah, Chargers had a few.
Oh, no.
Colson, ankle, second quarter, didn't return.
Oof, that's not good.
Joycer Taylor, fibula, second half.
Okay.
And then Fehoko, late in the game, looked like an arm injury.
Right.
For the Browns, DeJuan Jones' shoulder. But he was able to come back in.
That's good.
Never good to see guys get hurt.
No, hopefully they're not too serious.
So, Olivia, big takeaways from this one. What are you thinking?
The Chargers just dominated. That defense was suffocating. Jameis Winston had a nightmare.
Yeah, and Herbert, efficient, took what the defense gave him.
Yeah, played smart, didn't force anything.
Chargers look like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, they got a clear identity. They're playing with confidence.
Browns, though, got some work to do.
Yeah, they do.
Defense, those breakdowns, and the offense just couldn't get it going.
Yeah, they need to find a way to be more consistent on both sides of the ball.
They showed flashes against the Ravens, but this was a step back. Yeah, definitely.
Long season, though.
Nice.
Plenty of time to turn things around.
Yeah, hopefully they can use this as motivation.
Yeah, they have the talent.
They do.
But they got to put it all together.
They do.
And for you, the listener.
What stood out to you?
Was it that Chargers D? Was it Herbert's efficiency? Or was it those costly errors from the Browns?
Let us know your thoughts.
We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can't forget about Dobbins.
Right, J.K. Dobbins.
2 rushing touchdowns.
Solid game for the Chargers.
Yeah, he really punished that Browns defense.
Especially in those short yardage situations.
Oh, yeah, crucial.
Helped them stay in control.
Exactly. It wasn't just Herbert. They were able to run the ball effectively.
Opened things up for him.
Exactly.
You mentioned that Chargers defense. Legitimate contender, you said.
Yeah, I mean, they're not just winning. They're dominating.
Not giving up points, creating turnovers.
That defensive line, ferocious.
Those linebackers flying around.
Secondary, shutting down receivers.
You're young. That's what's scary.
Imagine a couple more years with more experience.
Yeah, watch out, AFC.
So, contenders, does that make the Browns pretenders?
I wouldn't say pretenders, but
They got some weaknesses.
they do exposed in this game.
Secondary, right.
Yeah, those breakdowns and the offense just couldn't get going.
Winston looked rattled.
Yeah, no running game either.
Not consistent.
No, not only.
If they want to be a playoff team,
I gotta find that consistency.
on both sides of the ball.
Definitely.
They had those moments against the Ravens, but
Yeah, flashes.
this was a step back.
It was.
Long season, though.
Plenty of time.
Turn things around.
Exactly.
But they got to figure it out quick.
AFC's tough. No room for error.
This is a wake-up call.
Hopefully.
They got the talent.
They do.
Just got to put it all together.
Exactly.
Great breakdown, Olivia. This has been fun.
Likewise, Liam. Fun game to analyze.
So, listener, what about you?
What stood out?
That Chargers defense? Herbert? Those Browns mistakes?
We want to know.
It's crazy how that defense just changes everything.
It's like they gave Herbert permission to just play smart.
Yeah, just manage the game.
Don't take risks. Let the defense win it for you.
They knew they had that D to fall back on.
And I think that confidence, it spreads.
To the whole team, yeah.
Yeah.
So, contenders, right?
I think so.
Chargers are looking like a threat.
Big time.
But the Browns, they need to figure some things out.
Especially on that defense.
Those mistakes. You can't have those against good teams.
No. Not against a team like the
It
Chargers.
shows you, even with a good offense,
Yeah.
if the defense isn't there,
It's going to hold you back.
yeah, well.
We've covered a lot.
Yeah.
Key plays, performances,
Strategies.
big picture stuff.
It's been a good one.
Yeah, great game to break down.
So as we wrap up, one last thing to think about.
Okay.
We talked about the Chargers, their potential.
Yeah.
But can they keep this up?
Right. Is this the real deal?
Or was it just the Browns having a bad day?
I guess we'll see.
AFC's wide open this year.
It is.
But the Chargers, they've made a statement.
They have.
Goodbye, and see you in the next video.